It's true, I was in Chip's chat yesterday. I asked if he wanted to move to Vancouver and manage my booster juice. And then you're going to say, I didn't know that you owned a booster juice. I don't. But for some reason, I keep rolling the idea around in my head. Like, wouldn't it be cool to own a booster juice? Wouldn't it be cool to get involved in the most notoriously fickle business of all time, quick service restaurants? It's literally free money, dude. You literally just, the food shows up in your restaurant and then you like transform it slightly and sell it for real money. You gotta be either really, really smart or really, really stupid to be a streamer who's trying to open a traditional business, I think. Because anytime I think about like, it'd be cool to open an A&W or something, just to have my own place to hang out at, like an A&W. I remember that I'm in like the only business on earth where there's no overhead whatsoever. And I'm like, you know what would be, you know, this beautiful business that costs literally no money to run and you're the only employee and all you do is play video games? What if we started adding some fixed costs and like commercial real estate into it and employees and HR and payroll and customers and you got to clean the bathrooms and stuff like that? And I'm like, no. I just, every once in a while I do go a little insane though. Every once in a while, I go a little insane. I need the enrichment, man. Yeah, dude, did you know? Like Walmart. Let's just, I mean, I don't know if we're still in the first 60 seconds. Frick Walmart, okay? Frick Walmart. Did you know Walmart has, last year, they had 2.8% profit margin? That's nothing, man. That's nothing. You give them $1, they take home 2.8 cents. Now, I recognize you're giving them billions of dollars a year, so it adds up. But at the same time, that's insane. That's crazy. 2.18 on 700 billion though? Yeah, but I mean if I had 700 billion dollars in revenue, my margins crush Walmart, man. They crush Walmart. They're lucky that I don't have a really good way to scale up the business to the to the same degree cuz I could outcompete them without a doubt. Yeah, they're lucky I don't have 10,000 trucks and what, like 1.7 billion square feet of like warehouse space in North America. That's what I'm saying, man. Why doesn't Walmart liquidate itself and buy ETFs? Is it like the dividend yield on the S&P 500 is like, it's got to be like 2%. Why are you in business, man? Liquidate the business and buy the market. It doesn't make sense. I almost would like, this is what's radicalizing me into becoming a true Twitch communist, is I'm like, at the end of the day, isn't the best business for every business just to put their money in the market and let a better business do something with the money? That doesn't seem like it's healthy, man. That doesn't seem good. How is it possible that Costco could make more money turning all their assets into cash and then buying the stock market versus actually selling stuff to consumers? That doesn't make any sense. Something's not right. Anyway, $4 a pound. A double letter word that contains C. Sirocco? That's a big one. I just took a unicorn away from someone. Thank you to Lunchbox Entertainment for that. I appreciate that. Double letter contains PR. Let me think about this. I can get a good one. Sopressata. Sopressata. Somebody tell me how to spell sopressata. I'm not Italian. Can somebody tell me how to spell sopressata? They don't accept it. It's actually an Italian word. Okay. Let me think. I got to come up with a good one. I'm looking for a big one. How about counterproof? Oh, that's a good one. I'm slaying unicorns today. Oh, double letter contains an I and a J. Ita. That's a word. It's from the bazaar. Read a book. There's an obvious one here, obviously. Jazzified. Jazziest? We'll take 0.37. We'll take jazziest. Contains SI and ends with a G. Means SI. Unsurprising. Can live with that at 0.13. PR and ends with a G. Uninspiring. That doesn't have PR. Unimproving. Non-improving. Improving. We'll take that. Listen, some people might consider that a little cheesy to just continually try to add like prefixes in front of the word to make it rarer, but I think that's the way you play the game, man. I think it's the way the game is played. Contains IJ, ends with G. Okay, that's fair enough. Means IJ. Injuriousing. Injuring. 2.86! Are you shitting me? That's insane, man. 8-letter word that contains SI. Presiding. That's 9 letters. Mouseified. Mousier. Mousiest. Oh, mousiest is a big one, man. Mousiest is a big one. 0.07. An 8-letter word that contains PR. Compost. That doesn't work. Impress. That's 5. That doesn't work. Oppressor? What? Bro, that's a word. Oppressor is a word. Oh, you need... Wait, what? 8-letter word contains PR. It's got to have double P? It says 8-letter word P contains PR. PR, oppressor. Oh, it has 2 P's in the word. And then that's 9 letters. Okay, I see what you're saying. Oppressi. Limprodi. Limprode. Proving. Provider. 0.5. That hurts, though. I just tapped out, basically. Injurious. 9 letters, huh? Juicier. Juiciest. 1.24. Rarer than 46% of grids? I got 3 unicorns. How is it conceivable that 54% of people came up with rarer words than me today, man? I got 3 unicorns! So this is Poke Doku, but it can be done by normal people. Yeah, as long as you're comfortable saying that only normal people know how to speak English. I wouldn't be saying some problematic stuff like that. this early in the stream. It's a bit of an unforced error, man. But what do I know, man? You can step on as many rakes as you like. Let's try Raddle. Okay, professor. Marvel professor. X. 1 to 3 letters. 1 to 3 letters? Another word for X. Profession that rhymes with X. What comes after X? Y. Title that sounds like the first syllable of X? EX? Remove 2 letters from X to get something you might wear? I don't know, -O? I'm going to say Y comes after X. Okay, apparently that's not right. It's not that either. Add a first name to X to make a medical tool. In a certain alphabet, this name is 2 before X. V, W, V, V, V. In a certain alphabet, V. Profession that rhymes with X. Protection worn by a X. Shape of a X, usually. Swap 1 letter in X to get a part of the year. Title that sounds like the first. What comes after X? Y? Okay, I need a hint for this one. That's fine. Add a first name to X to make a medical tool? edX. Alex. Mo. Medical tool. I need your help. I'm sorry. What do you... Oh, it's not 1 to 3. It's 1 and then 3. So, okay, it's my fault. It won't happen again. That's a semantic issue. Can I also say, as long as we're being... Because these games thrive on never having any ambiguity. You didn't add a name to make X-ray. You appended a fucking name. Learn the difference in the verbs if you're going to condescend to me with this semantic bullshit. You appended it. Six. A blank is often known as an X-ray. This first name is 2 before X-ray. Protection worn by an X-ray. Remove 2 letters from X-ray to get something you might wear. Shape of an X-ray. Swap a letter in X-ray to get part of the year. Title that sounds like the first syllable of X-ray. Another word for X-ray. In a certain alphabet, a blank is also known as an X-ray. Shape of an X-ray. Swap a letter in X-ray to get part of... I'm sorry, I'm off my game right now. In a certain alphabet, this first name is 2 before X-ray. Okay. Oh, you're so real for that. I took it from chat. It's the NATO alphabet. Victor comes before X-ray in the phonetic alphabet. That's crazy. Okay, dude. Raddle's bringing some heat today. I'm not going to deny that. That's crazy. All right. We can get this back, man. Another word for Victor. Winner. Protection worn by a winner. Shape of a winner. Winter is from winner. Winter. What comes after winter? Well, it's spring. I was going to say that's 5 letters. That's not true. Spring. Shape of a spring usually. Coil? Okay. A blank is often known as a spring. You would remove S and P to make a ring. Shape of a ring usually. Circle. Protection worn by a circle. Title that sounds like the first syllable of circle. Sir. Mr. is often known as a sir. Profession that rhymes with sir. Protection worn by a sir. Oh, thank you. Armour. A man is often known as a sir. A gentleman, a father, a mister. A profession that rhymes with sir. Dancer. Protection worn by a sir. Condom. A blank is often known as a sir. A grandpa. A grandma. A grandpa. A father. A man. A man. Farmer. Farmer is going to be here. That's going to be a profession that rhymes with... Dude, I think it is armor. Protection worn by a sir. Armor. 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 A knight is often known as a sir. A knight wears armor. Farmer. Oh, shit. That was a tough one. Okay, give me a second. I got a Discord message here. Just give me a moment. No worries, brother. I said brother, but I typed brother. That's called code switching. Ready for this? Kinda hard golf. Today we're gonna make gradual improvements every day. We're gonna get under 50 strokes today in kinda hard golf. I also rebooted my PC, so the game's gonna play at like 3,000 FPS. I got a little aggressive on that one. That's more like it. This one, I think you gotta take a bit of a Hail Mary. Insane tech. We take those. Okay. Next step. This one's a little tough, man. Or fucking is it, bitch? This one's gonna be impossible. I feel like I should return to checkpoint. Yeah. Abuse the tech so I have a better angle. I'm sorry, I gotta take the checkpoint. No. Ah! Oh, are you fucking me? Oh my Jesus Christ, man. Huge. That one counts. You know what? Return to checkpoint is just an easier shot. You got to lose some speed coming off the backboard. I think it's easier to come in a little too hot. Maybe I'm mistaken. Off the ceiling, maybe? Oh! It's a tough shot, man. We could go to the space in the middle. And then try an easier shot. But you gotta land it on the space in the middle too, man. Off the wall next to you? You might be cooking something. You might be cooking up a storm, man. Nah, you're high on pod news, bitch. That's so close. What did I say today? Under 50? Oh. Oh. I mean, the under 50 is built in, man. Yes! Dude, yesterday I was better than 2%. Today I'm better than 12%. Pretty soon I'm going to be the best in the world. That's huge. That's a dub. I got it 10 strokes faster. You know, in most parts of the world that would be considered a negative, but whatever. Sorry, every once in a while we like to throw in an easy joke for people. Sometimes the more cerebral ones cause some backlash. Okay, the Daily Burgle, man. One day he was going to be the champion of the world. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about, man. Monster Sing, Cemetery Gamble. It's Young Frankenstein, bro. Excuse me, they sing in the movie? King, Lobster, Sing, Present, Cemetery. How about the King Tide? 2024. That's movie plot not in database. Okay. Well, you have the title, but I guess no spoilers allowed. It's too recent. Present, Sing, Cemetery. I mean, Lobster's crazy. Lobster's insane. Sing. Obviously, there's something like the Lighthouse they sing some songs. They say you're fond of me, Lobster. King Sing. How about Hamilton? King and Present. Presenting the tale of American. I don't think they quite have the. It's a little too AI generated. Maybe that's it's a false positive, but Cemetery Gamble Sing. All right, how about Nightmare Before Christmas? They sing songs. It takes place in a cemetery. Apparently, they gamble. Boogie Oogie Boogie has a passion for. Oh, that was the one. That was the one I should have been going for, man. All right, fair enough. What else we got? Oh, it might be my favorite doll, man. It might be my favorite doll these days. Angle. It's a skinny boy today. A 90 would be like that. I'm going to say this is like 29. Freezing! Are you shitting me, man? I thought that was pretty good. $38? Freezing? 15? Freezing? Am I high? Am I fucking high? 40. 48? 316! Oh, it went the other way! It's the other way! The outside circle indicates that it's going around. Oh. So it really was, from my perspective, it was 360 minus 316, man. So it was 44. I was starting to get there. It stings, though. I'm not going to lie to you. It stings. Oh, that's all right. We got another one next week. Okay, now it's time for like Crazy trivia. I don't know why the website looks like a used bookstore, but all right. Tennis culture, ironic and humorous awards, rugby union trophies and awards. We skip these. Nope. Type the article title? No. That's a wooden spoon. Fair enough, man. Wooden spoon. I just don't know it. 2000s fads, bounce music, buttocks, culture of New Orleans. I believe this would be, no, this is twerking, maybe? Twerking. I was going to say crumping, but it's twerking. Suggested by Josh S. I know that guy. 1697 births, 1768 deaths, a male artist, a Venetian person from Assassin's Creed 2, painters from the Republic of Venice. Michelangelo? That's Canaletto. I don't know who that is, to be honest with you. I'll give you that one. Wow, the rivers of the Leningrad Oblast, the rivers of St. Petersburg. It's not going to be the Volga, I assume. That's the Neva. I'm getting my ass beat, man. I'm getting my ass fucking shellacked today. Never. Can't forget the Bev. Anarchism in Denmark. Anarchist international communities. Anarchist organizations in Denmark. Cannabis culture. Car-free zones in Europe. Geography of Copenhagen. Tourist attractions in Copenhagen. Shanty towns in Europe. Anarchy town, Denmark. Freetown, Christiana. We need a Canadian doll, people. We need a Canadian doll. All the other dolls are too American. This one's too European. I'm more worldly than many of my neighbors to the south, but not as worldly as most of my neighbors to the east, okay? We need to strike a happy medium. 1936 establishments in Ireland. This must be Aer Lingus, man. That's a given. Aer Lingus is really easy to remember because on The Price is Right, they always give out trips to Ireland, and you just laugh every time you realize it's called Aer Lingus. 1814 in international relations. Diplomatic conferences in Austria. Treaties of the Spanish Empire. Maybe this is like the Treaty of Ghent, bro. That's the Congress of Vienna, bitch. Whatever. Action game characters. Fictional archers. Fictional dragon slayers. This is Link from Zelda, man. It's one of the articles with Super Smash Brothers characters. First Millennium BC books. Oh, here we go. Precursors of electronic literature. Esoteric schools of thought. I mean, it's not really esoteric. Confucianism? That's Yi Jing, man. The Book of Changes or Classic of Changes, an ancient Chinese divination. 1970s in Queens, 1978 crimes. What is the JFK airport heist? Lufthansa heist. Damn, I think I got like 2 right today. That's pretty bad. Turns out I don't really know shit, to be honest with you. You got 3? Whatever. Well, in for a penny, in for a fucking quid, man. You know what time it is. Tub of insects versus bag of fried insects. Not a great start. I think I have a slightly... Listen, I don't want to eat either of them, and I have eaten both. Assuming these are like grasshoppers or crickets or something. I will tell you straight up, and I really don't want to eat either. And I think if you do want to eat this, you are either an 80-year-old Korean man or you are virtue signaling. Because I've eaten, and there's no limit to the amount of self-harm I would inflict to go like cocoon for cocoon versus you. I could take a staggering amount of damage just to make you tap earlier, okay? I would still rather eat the pupa than eat the chitin. So I'm going to go pupa, but I mean, there's no right answer. The fact that these are in the 30s is insane. This shit looks like it's from Paris Baguette. We're going to go with a bad-looking pizza. That's insane to me. That's crazy. Kiwi and sausage pizza. Okay, so this looks absolutely vile. This, I kind of feel like this goes crazy. It's definitely, it's not elegant, but I kind of think it goes insane. Chicken hearts on a stick. This is, again, the honest thing I'm going to tell you is I'm speaking from the heart. And not pun unintended. Chicken hearts are good, and this is disgusting. So I'm going to go chicken hearts. I had a feeling it was going to lose, but that's fine. Bacon cheese fries, you know, I mean, this is lazy, but I'd still take it over a bucket of insects. That's insane. You're insane, man. Bucket of insects versus chips with Nutella. I'd rather have the chips with Nutella, man. I'll do it. Oh, yo, no matter what you put against it, I'm going to keep clicking it, okay? Meatball sandwich versus pepperoni pizza. They both look pretty bad. I feel like if you just smushed the meatball sandwich, you'd be okay. All right, whatever. Burger versus mushroom pizza. I mean, I'm not going to say anything positive really about either, but I think I'd take the pizza in this situation. The mushrooms are like just cooked. The Brookla Big Dog versus tub of insects. We'll take the big dog, man. Tub of insects versus mixed worms and insects. Okay, I know I said I would take anything over the crickets, but something about there being more kinds of bugs in the tin actually makes it worse than just like one kind of bug. It's like right after you got used to one bug, you got to like get used to another bug. So we're going to take this one. That's insane, man. I got 3 right on Scrambled. I've eaten the bugs, man. They're not good. They're fine. They're not fine, man. There's a reason in South Korea people only eat bandegi if they're old or like heavily intoxicated, man. They're not that bad. I mean, so what do you think food is? I guess is like the first question. Let's start with our value system. So like when I go out to eat at a restaurant, most of the time I'm not like, a stored form of energy so my body can digest it and power my metabolic processes. That's like implied. But I'd also love it if it was like a little bit tasty. It has protein. If I was on the Nebuchadnezzar and I could pull a fucking lever and a paste made from hydrolyzed insects came out, I would accept that because you need food to live. But if I'm going out to eat and the entertainment is part of the reason that I'm going out to eat, I'm not eating the bugs. I'm not paying money for something and then going, ooh, that's not that bad. That's crazy. I have cricket protein in my cubby and it's scrumptious. First off, your sentence is decoded and sounds like it was written by a little kid that's wearing the same shirt that I am. I've also had the cricket protein. It gets mogged by the whey protein. We bought it because it was going to be like, we're like, oh, it's better for the environment. It tastes so much worse than the whey protein. And that's not even insects. That's ground up insects that are basically like indistinguishable from their original form. So like you're not even doing a fair apples to apples comparison, okay? And I'm not going to say I've eaten more bugs than the average person in chat. Or, well, I'm obviously saying that. I'm not going to say I've eaten more bugs than anybody in chat. But I'm going to guess that the average person in chat has eaten 0 bugs. So you guys should shut your mouth. And then Maybe like you're like, I've never eaten a bug, but I watched a TV show where they went to Mexico and the appetizer was crickets. You should shut up too, because you didn't eat them. If you had a camera in your face and you knew people would judge you for saying these bugs taste like shit, you might lie and say they taste good too, because you're already catching enough heat from people with no lives online who their whole life is like watching Singles Inferno or whatever. So anybody out here that's at least the 5 to 15% of you that have eaten a silkworm pupa, we can start to have a conversation, because at least we're starting from a position where we've got shared trauma, okay? Everybody else, keep quiet. The adults are talking. Who are you saving from the lake? Korean street food evangelists who've never eaten it, or bug eater virtue signalers? I'll save the Korean street food glazers who have never consumed it, because that at least is food designed to be tasty. I find it a little silly that they overglaze like a corn dog with a bunch of cheese on it or something like that, but at least there's something, for my principles, at least they're being true to themselves. They're looking at carnival food and going, that looks tasty. I think that's spiritually honest. Volunteering me to eat the bugs that I've already eaten that I don't know taste good when you yourself are eating chicken tenders is spiritually decroded. People who won't eat bugs are pussies. I brought a bunch to school once and they were a hit. Why don't you make it like 15% of your daily diet then? Because they're so tasty. And they're insanely cheap. They're like the cheapest protein source you can buy. So why are you talking about the one time you ate them 7 years ago at school, instead of just making it like, why aren't you having cricket tacos once a week, man? You know why? Because your behavior reflects your real opinions, and the shit coming out of your mouth reflects the person that you wish you were. Oh, you don't have a good cricket guy. Yeah. All right, you don't have a good cricket guy. I'm sure that you could get it. We could hook you up with a good cricket guy. Makes me sick, man. Your submission for Muscovy was accepted. I don't think that's deserved. The answer was, I don't know, maybe Muscovy was the precursor to the Kingdom of Russia. I don't know. Marked by an obelisk and the star of its own state park, High Point is the aptly named highest point in what eastern seaboard state? I feel like High Point would be the name of the highest point in a low-lying state. Something like Florida. The Great Egg Harbor River flows through the Pine... Okay, not so much then. In what state that also happens to be the most densely populated? That's interesting. Most densely populated state? Am I crazy to think it's going to be a small state on the eastern seaboard? I almost feel like Delaware obviously is insanely small, but there's also not many people. Rhode Island at least has like... I gotta imagine Providence is much bigger than Dover. Shit! Which U.S. state has a capital that's closest to New York City? I mean, New Jersey's a guess. I don't really know where Trenton is. Or I don't even know what the capital is now that I think about it. South of New York is like... Maybe it is Delaware, man. It is New Jersey. Fuck! Adelie is a type of penguin. Okay, we make our points back. That hurts as a Sopranos head like myself. A rapper named LaRiant Wright and a big league pitcher named Paul Trout both go by what nickname? Lil Wayne. A tiny toon. Taz. Okay. Taz, what? Taz isn't right. A Tiny Toons Tasmanian devil. A Hall of Fame. Dizzy? Dizzy is the name of the fucking... Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. History is nothing but the actions of men in pursuit of their ends. So wrote what guy in the Holy Family? Probably fucking John Carter. The Carter 3. Martin Lawrence? What's his name? Martin Luther? Ah, what German in the first volume of Das Kapital? Karl Marx does sound pretty German, now that I think about it. That's fair enough. In 2010, Philips introduced what now ubiquitous contraption invented by an unaffiliated Dutch engineer? 2010 ubiquitous contraption. Air fryer? Oh! The Netherlands, my goats, man. Most annoying person in chat right now? Actually, convection ovens have existed for years. Check the patent office, Albert Einstein's cousin. There's a lot of shit in there that you're not privy to, okay? How many points? 9 points with a 0. I can live with that. We got like 15 minutes, and we want to make sure we can do Bandle. What are the other studs, man? I'm a big framed head. Guy who watches one movie a week. This is like Bonnie and Clyde. This shit looks like High Point, New Jersey. Reno, the biggest little city in the world. Are you Kingpin? Oh, shit. This is Sister Act, bro. That's Kathy Najimy. It might be Back in the Habit, but no, that's Sister Act right there. Harvey Keitel. This guy? Dude, this guy, I don't know who he is, but he's in The Sopranos. Can I get a face check on this one? This guy's in The Sopranos. I don't know who he is, though. But I recognize his face 100%. He looks like the lawyer. He's Junior's lawyer. I knew it, man. I knew it. He does look like the guy with the suits too. I was gonna say something. I can't remember. Did Tony really have to have fucking Paulie from Rocky try to do a hit? The man's like somewhere between 68 and 100 years old, and he's coughing his lungs. He's coughing up blood every 2 seconds. What are you doing, man? There's no need for that, man. There's no need for that, Tony. That's ridiculous. Happy birthday, Paulie. It is what he wanted, I guess. Along with a career as a professional dodgeball player, Jeremiah Trotter made 4 Pro Bowls across his 2 stints with this NFC team. Probably the Buccaneers, man. Pro dodgeball player, huh? This team won the 1995 Eastern Conference Finals, then got swept by Michael Jordan and the Bulls in the 1996 Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, a basketball team that was second fiddle to the Bulls when I was in like the 2nd grade. Like the Pistons were okay. The Knicks were pretty good. The Magic. Oh, the Shaquille O'Neal and Hardaway Magic. That makes sense. By the way, I see you guys on the subreddits, by the way, saying things like, please show NL this interview. It's Shaq on a podcast saying that David Stern asked him what kind of weather he wanted, and Shaq said, warm. And then David Stern said, say no more. And then wouldn't you know it, Orlando Magic ended up getting the first pick in like the 1991 NBA draft. Shaq, you need to know this about Shaq. He'll literally say anything. The dude is literally repping Papa John's, okay? He just talks. That literally does not mean anything at all. He loves lying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it proves that it wasn't rigged. I'm just saying it literally, you have to excise it from the data. He's not a reliable source. Also, if he was going to reveal that information, he's going to put it in a book or something he can sell. He's not going to be a guest on someone else's podcast and be like, guess what? The NBA is scripted. It's not going to happen. You got to use common sense. You got to engage the critical thinking centers of your brain a little bit, okay? While his brother is a 4x NBA champion and one of the greatest shooters in NBA history, this journeyman outfielder played for the Dodgers, White Sox, A's, Cubs, and Padres. That's probably going to be Xavier Curry. Trace Thompson. Oh, I didn't know. Introduced in 94, Honda produced this minivan model. That's an Odyssey. It's honestly like maybe my dream ride right now. That's Adam Driver, and I know you. But I need to... Why does everybody look like Demi Lovato to me? But like, you're actually Demi Lovato. Or are you? I don't know who this is, man. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, I don't know who this is. Demi Lovato doesn't have eyebrows like that. Is it possible you're Drea de Matteo from The Sopranos? I don't know. Shailene Woodley! Oh, it's so obviously Shailene Woodley! Oh, brother. Mouthtrap cheese curds and Blue Barn's chicken in the biscuit are items synonymous with this state fair from this time zone state, Wisconsin. They love cheese, man. Whatever. This TNT Fantasy Adventure series ran from 2014 to 2018 and starred Rebecca Romaine. La Femme Nikita. What actress has played Bridget Jones? Okay, finally, man. I'm pretty sure that's Zhang Ziyi. Over the last decade, this country pop music singer had hits with, like, I know this one. Fancy like, oh, I'm talking Jim Beam in the styrofoam with the music up and my truck on. I'll get a bow bow when squimmy ding dong. I don't know who you are. Are you like Trace Adkins or something? I have no idea what this is. That's Walker Hayes. Literally have only heard it, I think, in an Uber. So fair enough. Who? Listen, most radio music is not great, but anytime I'm subjected to country music radio, I'm like, damn, they're genuinely not even trying. It's the same, it's just been the same thing since I was like a little kid. Except occasionally now they will sing about like smoking weed. But like in the 1990s, they would have lost like 90% of their base if they did that. But it's pretty bad, man. Not Willie? Okay, he's literally like 9,000 years old. That's why he's obvious. I mean, and the new music he's making, let's be honest, he's doing he's doing cover albums of songs that are 100 years old. Let's not let Willie rest, man. Johnny Cash sang about railing cocaine. Yeah, and the songs are good. Maybe there's like a connection there. I don't know. He's a real artist. Shouldn't have drove drunk in a complete unknown, though. He did some property damage. That wasn't fair. Things you wear on your eyes. Glasses, eyeliner. A blowout, makeup. This is like stuff you get at a salon. Nebula. Things that are far away. Marble. No, things that look galactic. A dram. A pound, a dram, a stone, and an ounce. What are imperial measurements, you fucker? Mariah me? British imperial units of weight. Nature. These are scientific journals. Nebula. Eyeliner. Character. A rave, a blast, a bash, and a blowout. A great party. Quite the party. Makeup, glasses, eyeliner. Nature, nebula. Fiber. Character. Liner, nebula. Marble. Nebula. Makeup. Shiny things? Is this insane? That's insane. I mean, being one away with 8 left is not really that impressive. Glasses. It's like things with a lens, things you wear on your nose. Words where if you cut off the first 2 letters is a synonym for multiple asses. I mean, I guess it's just the word. Character. Character, makeup, nature, fiber. What is like the values, the measure of a man? What is the measure of a man? One's constitution. Nebula, eyeliner, glasses, marble. I don't know about this one. What cat's eye can be used to describe? Wow, man! We take those though. That's kind of crazy. That we're never getting the Mariah on that one personally. That shit is on Orion's belt though. Chooses to receive marketing emails within. Opts. Buck Blank, first black coach in the MLB. What the hell is going on here? Like your epidermis? Like the element Fe. Irony? Quite a lot of. Many? Bulb in the kitchen. Onion. An ink-filled writing tool. Penny. Microscopic. Tiny. Acting deviously. Sly. Ed O'Neill. Okra. Skinny. Oh, there were some tricky fucking clues today, man. There were some tricky fucking clues in there. How devious and rakish. What is a penny? Well, a penny is something that you guys just discontinued. Even a broken watch is right twice a day. But it's like an ink-filled writing tool. What is having the characteristics of a pen? Penny. Yes, pen-like. Precisely, man. Precisely. When was the last time you had okra? March? Had some fried okra in March? You don't think it's gross? No, I like okra. That should really indicate to you how bad bugs taste, man. Okra tastes good. And lots of people are like, it's slimy. And those same people that don't eat okra are like, I would eat the crickets. No, the fuck you wouldn't, bro. You'd eat a slice of pepperoni pizza with ranch dressing on top of it. And you should, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing that's wrong is that you're lying. Your diet is a different conversation. It's the fact that you're misrepresenting it here on the internet. Is okra a plant? Have you not seen the movie? I'm pretty sure it's like half pig, half hippo, man. Those are pickled chili peppers. Pickled peppers. This is the kind of shit that Peter Piper picked. A pickled vegetable medley. So I don't know. I mean, it looks very American, man. That's warm. Looks very fucking Panamanian. Wow! That's kind of crazy. I mean, there's a lot of possible answers, but that's a big one. Beef, traditionally horse. Interesting. I want to say that this is a crazy play. I want to say that this is a Scandinavian country. I'm going to start with Sweden. It's warm and to the southwest. Like Austria? That's hot. It's Belgium? Oh, maybe Luxembourg, because it's a little strange. Borders to the northwest, Belgium. Okay, we'll take that. Or the Netherlands, of course. Should have just gone with the Netherlands, man. This looks fucking good. It's a cake. It's a crepe cake. I have to assume that this is from France, man. Cool. Wow. It looks fucking awesome. Northeast of France? Finland? Warm? South? Like Hungary? South Bulgaria? Turkey? Where do you come from, man? Armenia. Looks delicious, though. Still beat the average, but FoodGuessr crazy for this one, man. Monka W? Yeah, we don't do that here anymore. Please take that elsewhere. Let's go box office game. November 17th, 2017. Opened to 93 million in 2017. I have to imagine this is a superhero movie. Could this be Batman v Superman, The Dawn of Justice? Could this be the Justice League? Okay. 93 million is still a big opening, man. I still don't get why he's beefing with Steppenwolf, man. They're literally, I'm pretty sure half the members are dead, dude. And they wrote Magic Carpet Ride and Born to Be Wild. And they're half Canadian. So why are you tweaking, bro? 27 million opening from Lionsgate with Jacob Tremblay. What the fuck is this kid in, man? Family drama. Is it Room? That's the one I know. Who gives you the courage to face the world? Diary of a Wimpy. That's probably like a comedy, right? Also starring Julia. Oh, this is Wonder. That's Wonder. I remember that. I only know that from getting it wrong before. Walt Disney, 247 million. Starring Chris Hemsworth. That's got to be Thor Ragnarok, man. Pretty big fall off, but a well-liked movie. Guess people got it out of the way early, myself included. $50 million, fell 51%, starring Will Ferrell from 2017. Could be like Get Hard 2? Get Harder? Get Hard? Also starring Mark... Oh, it's Daddy's Home 2. If you saw that in theaters, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. You might be a little stupid, though. Well, unless you didn't make the decision. If you saw it for ulterior motives, like the person you're friends with wanted to see it, or like your parents took you to see it, you're innocent. But if you were like 30 when that came out and you said, let's go see that, whatever. Just recognize that you have an impact on the world before you make a decision like that next time, okay? Kenneth Branagh. It's not going to be Tenet, bro. Because that came out in 2020. This is like Belfast? Oh, no. This is going to be... I don't think it'll be Death on the Nile. I think it'll be Murder on the Orient Express. 64. We'll take those. Hang on. A message has arrived.